uh, Hindu practices like concentration meditation, different types of breathing meditation, um, were the practices they were doing. But Lord Buddha knew that with these type of practices, no one could achieve Nibbana. But actually, they get somewhat of a inner peace. So this traditional meditation is over 3000 years old. They use mantras as well. Sometimes all are combined with practices of yoga, with meditation. Even in Sri Lanka, there are a lot of places where they practice concentration meditation. Not only in Sri Lanka, so worldwide, people do this type of meditation. Actually, they do it mainly to relieve the stress. And the breathing meditation is very popular. It's because one might get the temporary stillness within during the time of meditation. But for this, one has to find a quiet place where you can sit comfortably and quietly close your eyes and sometimes chant a mantra within or keep your focus on breathing. So these types of meditation is not what Lord Buddha has found. These types of meditation was already there in practice. And Siddhartha Tapasa also has practiced these type of meditations and knew that one cannot see or achieve Nibbana through it. Because these types of meditation, they take the outside world as true and the self comes up the self is very powerful. So we know that Lord Buddha has preached a non-self Dhamma, Sandittika, to feel it within yourself, Akalika, timeless, which means we cannot impose Dhamma to future, past or present. Future, past or present times. Ehipassiko. Ehipassiko means you have to come, contemplate and feel the difference within yourself. So likewise, now we know that Lord Buddha has preached never heard before Dhamma, and with concentration meditation one cannot achieve Nibbana. For that, we should come to know about insight meditation. And as you know, there are lots of inside meditation centers in Sri Lanka and also worldwide. Vipassana Bhavana centers. So some think that they have achieved Nibbana by doing concentration meditation mainly. So as Aryan Vahans emphasizes, sometimes they can be deceived because they get stuck in dhyana planes like asanya tala with the self, which means the self is powerfully there, though they don't get any perceptions. But as Buddhists, we are searching for Nibbana, isn't it? Nibbana is our main goal, like Bhava Nirodha. So we have to find what is this Nibbana or Nivima or the tranquility. So we will find out what is Nibbana. Imagine there is a fire. If there is a fire, we have to extinguish it. So to extinguish the fire, what do? We have to cool it down, like put in water, isn't it? Likewise, inside us, there is always a fire burning. You feel it, isn't it? Say you are hungry, you can feel it, no, the fire within. But likewise, there is a fire due to thoughts. Thoughts give you fire, the suffering. What we don't know is that these thoughts comes automatically and gives rise to fire. Fire means the burning sensation. So how do we get this burning sensation? This burning sensation happens through our senses. Each and every moment, one of the senses are at work. So, if we take the outside world as true, as real, you know that the senses are working. So, if we take the outside world as real, defilements or the fire starts to burn. This fire is created by desire, cravings, hatred, jealousy, and so on. This happens due to ignorance. Ignorance is that we take the outside world as real. For example, we say you get a call telling that someone you know has met with an accident. So what will happen? You will get a fire within. Fire within means you feel the fire burning. So automatically you can even feel your breathing becomes rapid. Your pulse rate might go up. Sometimes you feel like faintish. Sometimes you might start crying. shouting, and you actually might faint as well. And actually what happened is that you got a call, a sound. This sound has become a thought. So with that you have lots of strings of thoughts going on and on. Okay, so the next moment you might get another call saying that the call you got is not true. Someone else has met with an accident. It is not your relation. And in a fraction of a moment, you will feel the relief. You will feel the fire is dying down, isn't it? So these things happens during day-to-day life. But the only thing is that we usually don't notice them. So how would someone in the path to Nibbana, who is in the path to Nibbana, will take the same incident? So imagine he or she will also get the call, the same sound, telling that somebody is very close to him has met with an accident. So he will do the necessary things without any excitement. He might go to the hospital, do whatever he can do, help them, support them, talk and comfort them. They will do anything and everything, but not going to the strings of thoughts. Even if he himself met with this bad situation, he will do the same without suffering. Suffering means here we suffer due to a thought. So how does this happen? The one who is in the right vision or the Sammaditya, any stimuli which comes to him from any sensor does not become real. It could be from the ear sensor, eye sensor, tongue sensor, nose sensor, skin sensor, or the mind sensor. Any stimuli does not become real. The stimulus are not real means the world is not real to him. So if there is a thing, then obviously there is the me who either sees it, hears it, smells it, tastes it, or feel it, or also think. So the person in the mundane world will obviously take it as real. So then if it is real, there is obviously me, so automatically created, and there is me who is hearing this sound or who is taking this incident as real. So Lord Buddha has said to Bahya Tapasa, Bahya, if there is nothing outside, there is no one here. So if we take the previous case, there came a sound and it became true to the person in the mundane world. So the soul was created then and there with the burning sensation inside. That's the self vibration. So Aryan Mahansa asked the question, are you the mind or are you the body? Who are you? So if we take the same incident as an example, if that incident became real to you and if you felt the burning fire within, that's you, your soul, your birth, that is the self vibration. Nobody does it. It happens automatically. So we will take another example. So just say something is valuable, gold for example. So say that somebody has robbed you and taken all the gold or money, whatever you had. If it becomes a thing, to you, which means the value you have given to the gold, and you get the burning sensation, you will feel it, isn't it? So if it has not become a thing to you, so the soul is actually not created. Likewise, you can contemplate on that. So, as Aryan Mahansa explains, what happens in this beautiful journey? Once you understand true Dhamma, what happens is that the fire, the burning sensation will starts to diminish, which means the power you gave to the thoughts becomes less and less. That's how you will find the solace, the happiness and tranquility. For this to happen, you have to understand and pierce through one thought. You have to see through one thought, how it is created, and then you will see that all the thoughts are created likewise. So the example Aryan Mahansa gives is the leaf of a mango tree. If you see the structure of one mango leaf, you will know that all the mango leaves are in the same structure. Because as you know, it is very difficult to pierce through every single thought that comes. because as it works as a system, thoughts always comes and goes. It's a system. It's automatically happening. So likewise, whatever stimulus comes through either of senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, skin or mind, you know that all are illusions, a creation due to speedy vibration. So however and whatever the stimulus comes from whichever sensor, all are illusions. You don't get caught to it. So you will feel that there's no one to suffer because there was never a self there. So no one to suffer. So it is very important to know that you have to see only one thought. You have to pierce that thought because all the thoughts are same. All the thoughts are created the same way. So in groundbreaking sermons, the Andolanaත්මක දේශනා, Aryan Wahanse has revealed to the world that the Four Noble Truths can see in one thought. Also, you can see the dependent origination Dhamma or the cause and effect Dhamma and the 84,000 Dhamma discourses in one thought. Not only that, the 31 planes of existence is also how to see it in one thought. So these Buddothpado sermons are not any ordinary sermons. So we will talk a bit about habits. So if we actually talk about habits, we do most of the things as a habit, isn't it? Sometimes these habits makes us suffer. Lord Buddha has said, life is a repetition of perception, repeated perceptions, sanya abhisankarana. So it goes on and on as a habit. So we talk, we walk, do everything due to these habits. It is actually individual. Likewise, we take this world as real is also a habit. So it is itself is the suffering. So when you understand with wisdom that the world you see is not real, it's in your thoughts, and thoughts are also not real, the suffering begins to diminish. So what we have to understand here is that the world is separate and you are separate. No, it is not like that. You and the world are not two different entities. It's the same. What we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we taste, what we feel, or what we think. It is the world. It is me. Me is a sensor creation. So once you understand this sensor creation with wisdom, then you will be free from me, my mind concept. Because there was never a me. It's a concept. So everyone is scared of death, isn't it? So once you are free from me, my mind concept, a thought, is there a death? Is there anyone to die? Death is also a thought. But anyone can say this with mind also. But the thing is, you have to feel this. Feel what? Feel that there is no self, no one to die. So as long as you feel that there is someone living, then of course you are scared of death, because there is someone who is going to die. But understanding this is not simple. So to understand this self-vibration, or the itta sanya, or the feel that you are there, that you have to see through wisdom. So also we'll see why Lord Buddha has explained that this Dhamma is akalika. Say we think of something about what happened in the past, but we think about it at this moment, isn't it? And also if we think that something is going to happen in future, it also happens in this moment. But we know now that this moment also not real. But have you noticed that we almost always, we live in the past? Actually, in a past thought. So for example, so we think that if I didn't do that, this wouldn't have happened. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I could have done a better job. Because the thoughts want something to do. Always it goes and tie into something or someone. Something happened in the past, or something which is going to happen in future. So it is the usual habits of thoughts. And as you have noticed now, it is happening automatically. It's a system. Nobody is doing it. So even when we sleep, the mind is at work, isn't it? Something will come up as a dream at least. Sometimes we are very scared of those dreams. Sometimes it might be a happy dream. So likewise. Also, sometimes we suffer due to something which has happened a long time ago, maybe 40 years ago, 50 years ago. It has happened long time ago, but at this moment we suffer due to it with the thought. If this goes on, actually you will never see Nibbana. You will never have a moment of Nibbana. So it's only a thought. So why do we have to bring past thoughts in the present? Actually, it's nobody's doing, it's happening. So everybody has this type of experiences, isn't it? Sometimes we cry without any reason. So I also had this experience. I had this guilty feeling until I started to listen to Buddothpado sermons and came to know I suffer due to a thought. The guilty feeling was that, as I said, my father has fallen sick at home and I couldn't take him to the hospital on time. So that helpless feeling and the guilty feeling I had for a long time, until I knew it's just a thought. So what we have to know here is that the more you think, the more powerful the thought becomes. So more powerful the thought means you suffer more and more. So you have to understand this one thought, how the thought is created, and that there's nothing in a thought and there's no self. So in day-to-day life, you see people run and run for after many things. Actually, they run after a thought. They say they don't have a time to relax. So what they do is they go for meditation classes, do breathing exercises for temporary relaxation. But people who know this doctrine, the Lord Buddha's doctrine, they also can physically run, but from inside they have stopped. They have stopped running the race. They stay calm and quiet. So what we have to understand here is that thoughts are thoughts. We cannot stop thoughts because in the system it happens. As I said earlier, when we know how a thought is created, there should not be a problem in any thought. So once you contemplate on this, you will know you will know for sure that there is no truth in any thought. So, as a result, the inner transformation happens, which helps you to get out of this wrong notion of self. It is on your mind. So, when you talk about wrong notions, in Sabbasava Sutra, this Sabbasava Sutra discuss about taints. There they show the ways to get rid of the wrong notion of self. Dassana pahatabba. But no one can drop the notion of self at once. It's actually a gradual process. And the practical side helps you to identify the wrong notion of self. So, as we talked about earlier, for this, first one has to identify the senses, and you have to see that it's a sensor created world. So only the sensors are working. If the sensors are not working, actually you are called dead. So it is like we have fixed the sensors to a board. So if these sensors does not work, one is like a dead tree, isn't it? So the difference between a tree and a human, what is the difference? Difference is that a human has the consciousness, the mind consciousness. It gives the alive feeling, the feeling that you are alive. So when we talk about a tree, for example, if we take a mango tree or any tree, it starts from a small seed, and with water and sunshine it starts to grow. But nobody is doing that, isn't it? It grows on its own. The seed becomes a tall tree. So it grows taller and taller, and it gives flowers, fruits. It does photosynthesis of its own. So all happens on its own. Germination happens, and the cycle goes on and on. But if we cut that tree, it won't shout or run away, isn't it? So what I wanted to emphasize is, though the human being has something called mind consciousness, the tree doesn't have it. So R.N. Mahansa explains how this mind conscious is formed. So at least as Buddhists, we have to know how this mind consciousness is created, isn't it? It is knowledge, but still it's a beautiful story. So to understand how the mind is created, you have to go back to the radiant mind, where we call it a Prabhaswara Sita, which has no defilements. But there is the glue or the gum. To get it, it will happen in later life. So in Buddothpado sermons, the creation of this mind is explained beautifully. So if we talk a little about this radiant mind, in the radiant mind, although the stimulus are arising through the eye, nose, tongue, ears, skin, the mind consciousness is not yet created. But there is a very small power generated. So that's why the baby can move. He can move the legs, he can move the arms, turns his head, he can suck the milk, cry or smile. Very, very few actions. But the radiant mind, the child, the baby, he does not know what he is doing. He does not know whether he is turning. He does not know whether he is sitting down, or even if he stands, he does not know. So no one has told the baby, this is the way to smile, this is the way to cry, or turn, or sit. No one has told him. But he does it on his own. So if you take a baby, so first he turns, then he crawls, then he sits, and then he stands up with holding something. So these things happens automatically, isn't it? So at the age of 1 year, the babies can even walk a few steps. So all this time, if you have noticed, no one has given a command. No one told the baby, now it's the time to sit, now it is time to turn, now it is time to stand or walk, isn't it? All these actions happen automatically with the small power generated with the stimulus. So as R.N. Mahansa explains about the zygote level, the vibration, it gives the push to self-vibration. So later, when the child goes to Montessori and mind is created more and more with sounds, colors, shapes, and the mind becomes more powerful. Now the child is taking the outside world as real. So the duality is created. My book is there and I am here who sees the book. Also he can run, he can talk, and he can do a lot of activities. And you can see the mind power is creating. So meanwhile, the parents or the teachers also they ask, so what are you going to be in the future? Would you like to become a doctor, engineer, teacher, lawyer, and so on? Now there is a target for the child, an aim. So if I work hard, study, I can become a doctor, engineer, lawyer. So the future hopes are also created. So then comes the scholarship exams. So it goes on and on. So sometimes parents, they implement their ideas to the child. What they couldn't done, they implement it on the child. So yes, so likewise, some children are motivated from the early childhood to become a doctor, engineer, lawyer, mainly by the parents, thinking that their lives will be better in future. So once I read a story, a teacher asked the children to write what would they like to be when grow up. So everyone wrote, as I like to be a doctor, I like to become an engineer, a teacher, a lawyer, a politician, and so on. But one child has written, I would like to become a good human being. So actually there are very few people in the world who thinks differently. They are the people who goes with the feel, not with the mind. They can feel others, how others suffer. Sometimes they live a silent life, but they feel lots of things. They like to be with the nature. They like their freedom. So, as usual, we invite you all to listen to Buddothpado sermons. This English sermons is going through Buddothpada PeoTV for 24 hours. And there is also Buddothpado BTV. You can listen to Sinhala sermons there. We also have lots of websites. Wisdom of Asia website, Buddothpado.com website, and Buddothpado.lk. There are lots of sermons there you can listen to. So, if you are someone who is searching for Nibbana, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere in search of it. Because Nibbana is within you. That's when the fire within you is diminished. So, if you listen to Buddothpado sermons, you will feel it. You will feel that the fire within is diminishing. That's what we need, isn't it? So we are very grateful to you, Aryan Hansa, our noble friend, for giving this beautiful Dhamma to the world. If not, we would be still searching for Nibbana elsewhere. And also, there are a lot of people around the world who live in happiness after listening to Buddothpado sermons. තෙරුවන් සරණයි ආර්යයන් වහන්සේ. තෙරුවන් සරණයි everyone.
God bless you all. Welcome, everyone. We worship our Enhancer as our noble friend. Thank you very much, our Enhancer, for your noble guidance. So we were talking about how this actually, from the beginning, of these 24/7 Zoom sermons, I've been trying to tell the basics, and I continue to do so. The basics are actually how this magic is folding. You're trying to unfold the magic. You're trying to understand the magic. Now, what is the magic? Magic, how you feel alive. How you feel alive. How consciousness is. What is the reason for the consciousness? There's one important thing you have to understand. This is very important because this is the basic understanding you have to have. What is that? There is no self. It was very clear from Lord Buddha's sermons that there is no self. There was never a self. Then what was there? This is very important. This actually came up in English Zoom discussion as well, so I thought to touch that because it's beautiful to understand this. There was never a self. Then what was there? What was there was only the stimulus. That's why we talk about all these stimulus, how the stimulus is formed. Can you get it? Because if there was actually a self, we can't really get rid of that, can we? No. But there was never a self. But there is a self-perception. How did that arise? How did the self-vibration arise? What's the reason for this samsaric journey? The thought journey or consciousness. The reason for that basic consciousness was this vibration. But now, with ignorance, yes, we had all about me, my, mine, yes. But now here, you understand that it was only the stimulus what was there. Only the stimulus. Whether it's mother, father, brother, sister, family, doll, bat, toy room, your home, school, friends, your clothes. That was the only thing that was there. But there are different difficult areas that you really stuck. Well, you can ask like this. Well, Lord Buddha said there is no self. But can't you see that I'm feeling? That's what people will say. I'm feeling. How can you say I'm not there? I'm feeling cold. I can see, I can hear, I'm feeling cold. I feel sad. I feel happy. Why are you saying I'm not there? Why are you lying? Wouldn't that be the question? So, don't we have to sort out that question? Because that question is coming all the time, even in singular questions. That's coming up. I'm touching my dog, my pet dog. When I touch my pet dog, I feel so happy, and the pet dog feels happy. Why are you saying there's no self? I felt happy. I have children. So when they do good thing, I feel happy. When they do a bad thing, I don't feel happy. I might feel sad. So why are you saying there is no self? I feel things. Folks, that's all about the consciousness. That why we are trying to tell this again and again and again and again, and why people are still trying to get this properly. So as soon as you feel sad, you feel like, oh, I'm there. You feel happy, you feel, oh, I'm still there. And you feel cold, oh, I don't know if I said that there is no self, but I felt cold. So there is an issue now for you to realize without doubt that this was never the case. But how can you say about that? Now, how are you going to do this argument? You're going to say, I can feel, I can hear, I can see, I can also feel sad and happy. Why are you saying there's no self? How? What is your argument? Well, that is the thing. There's no argument. You have to feel this. That's the whole challenge here. You have to feel this. Until you feel this, you are not going to take this just as because we are trying to tell you. This is a Dhamma where you have said, come and feel. You have to feel it. Okay, now we will go back to the basics. The functions of this system is complicated, yes. But when you try to understand the consciousness, it's very important because no one really talks about this even in Sinhala Zoom discussions, how this light is formed. Why we feel light is because why we feel light is there, why we feel it as a thing. why we feel that the light is existent. Why do we get that perception that light is existent? That I'm feeling it. I'm feeling part is the consciousness. What is the reason behind this? This is something even the scientists are going to prove in the future. This is due to the speed. We have told before, when there are multiple drones, when they are functioning together, you can see a message on the sky. They are arranging us some way to give a perception. Maybe it would say peace. Maybe it would say love. Maybe it would say country's name. Why a bulb is why we can actually appreciate a bulb is due to the fast vibration of the bulb. Why we appreciate lightning is because it's very fast occurrence of light, what we call lightning. So that's why we see. It's something you have to feel. Actually, it's useless to just to understand, but again, you have to understand to feel it. Because this is in the complete field side. So the consciousness is something you feel. You feel alive. It's just to feel. So why did that happen? Due to the speed of the sensory organ. This is very important because we always understand that there is never a self, but there is a feel. Wow, we feel alive. That's why this whole samsaric journey is there. Because of this vibration, this journey never stopped. Now, can this vibration actually make you a fool? It can't. If you ever had an out of mind experience, you can specifically feel the vibration, but that's not the magic. The magic is, yes, it's good to know your taints, but the magic is to feel the non-vibration, because that is the most rare thing in the world, feeling the non-vibration. What is non-vibration? It's nothing like a new vibration. It's the absence of the self-vibration. What is the absence of the self-vibration? Because every time you feel that the sensory output is there, self-vibration was there. There's constant effort to feel the self vibration. Mind you, that's why we like to see, we like to hear, we like to feel. There's a constant effort to maintain this feel of existence as of a life feel. Why? There's a constant urge to get the self vibration up like a pop-up. Sorry, if I'm making you irritated by telling these things, because it's very important to understand. It's completely in the field side. But if you don't know this, you will be stuck in that vibration forever, which happened anyway. Ignorance. What is ignorance? You never knew this. You never knew that there was a vibration. You never knew that it was the speed of the sensory functions that brought it up. And when you know that it is the speed of the sensory function, there's no urge for you to like bring it up, pop it up. I invite everyone to listen to this and see if you question. It's so beautiful, so that we have a question time from Sri Lankan time, 3 to 5. We have 2 hours. So we invite every one of you. If you hear this and you have questions, why are you saying there's no one? I feel everything. The most difficult part is I feel happy. Why are you saying I'm not feeling happy? I feel happy. I'm so happy. Or one would say, oh, I feel so sad. Why are you saying there's no self? So we have a problem to solve. We have a truth to know. You deserve knowing this truth. Isn't it? Don't you deserve to know the truth? Why do I feel sadness? That was the initial question that came, yeah? Yeah, no one wants to feel sad. That's why everyone is listening to Dhamma. Oh, trying to go for a walk, trying to go for a trip, trying to listen to music, trying to forget about the problems, trying to meditate, trying to talk with relatives or your friends about problems. Why? Why you don't want to feel sad? You want to feel happy. This is a constant fight we had the whole life. I don't want to be sad. Yeah, you had this constant fight. Have you ever thought about like completely winning this fight? Not really. But can you actually thought about this constant urge to feel? Why there's a constant urge to feel, constant urge to see, constant urge to touch, constant urge to hear, constant urge to feel the emotions or feel alive. But that's what we knew. That's what we knew. We thought that is living. Because we never knew something else. Never knew otherwise. So I invite young not young adults. Have you ever thought about the sadness that you feel? You might say, no, it's a roller coaster, it's fine. One time you're sad, one time you're happy, that's okay, that's life. Continue to do so. Yeah, then you continue to do so. If you're that ignorant, yeah, that's fine. You continue to do so. I like this roller coaster. Don't bother me. I want me. I want to continue to feel. Yeah, that's okay, also fine. But is there someone who is wondering, what is this? Is there someone? I know definitely there's so much physicists who are thinking about this, so much psychologists who are thinking this. I know there are so many spiritual people who would think this. What is this? Why do I feel alive? And is that true? Why am I so vulnerable to feelings? And we only invite those who are inquisitive enough to understand the world. This alive feeling is the function of the sensory organ speed. Well, you can, do you want to prove it? Yeah, prove it. You have to feel this. That's where the proving part comes. Can I prove it in the lab? Yes, in your mind lab, you can prove it. You can't prove it in the actual laboratory out there. You have to prove it in your mind lab. What are you going to prove? This alive field is not there when the stimulus is fully understood, fully realized, when the stimulus is not a thing. This is magic. This is the magic that Aranvans is trying to give for last 5 to 6 years. You thought alive field is the ultimatum. Yes, that is what I am. I feel, I see, I hear, I feel so sad, I feel so happy. I feel the pain, I feel the warmth, I feel the hardness of the flow. Yeah, everything. So you're blinded. Why? Because you feel you. But there is someone, Lord Buddha, who told this never heard Dhamma. That's funny, isn't it? Never heard Dhamma. Even now, it is still a never heard Dhamma. Even though there is Buddhists out there, this is still a never heard Dhamma. So that's why Aranwanse is struggling hard. Come and feel this. He's trying to push you to feel this. Then I feel. Well, there is a problem here that I would like to specifically speak in future about the concentration meditation, where they might misunderstand. Yes, I felt it. But there's an issue here. 100%. Because there, you focus hard on something and then you don't feel it after that. Mind you, you are there. You are there, but you don't feel anything. This is not what we are trying to say. We are trying to say that you are not there. Everything else out there is there. This is the great unheard Dhamma. Center, you, is the one which is dissolving. Everything else is there. You become Dhamma. You become chair. You become everything. There's no you. That's what I said. Understanding this Dhamma, understanding this is fulfilled only after you feel this. Until such time, it's just you thinking about it. That's not good enough. It's good, but it's not good enough. So we'll go back to basics again. So, a baby in the cot, maybe we'll roughly say 1 week old baby, feels everything. There's no perception as such. Mind hasn't formed yet. Because for mind to form, at least 2 sensory functions should coalesce, should vibrate together. Mainly it's the touch temperature. We kind of speak about that in one aspect. Taste, smell, ear and eye, vision. That's all we had as a little baby. Mind is not formed yet. How did that baby feel alive? Now can you feel that? Well, no, because the mind is formed now. There's duality all the time. There's this chair is there, I'm here effect all the time. Dream is like that. In the dream, always I'm the center. I can feel I'm running, I'm doing stuff, I'm feeling stuff, I'm feeling scared. Yeah, you're the center. How did this centering happens? How did this effect comes to? It's an effect. It's not actually a thing. It's an effect. You know, there are venerables who try to speak about the cup. You touch it. There's a touch. And you are saying, why are you saying there's no me? I can touch it. Well, calm down. Just try and see. This Dhamma is very, very like a truth that you have to feel. So, you touch the cup. If you have a cup, you touch it and see what happened there. If you are a scientist, you will definitely know what happened there. But even if you are not a scientist, what really happened there? It was only the sensory function of the skin. Why there's a perception that I touched it? That's what we are trying to say. It's a perception, the self-perception, which comes into play. That's why the self-view is there. Self-view is, I touched it. This is a serious issue, the self-view. Can't even beat it just by thinking, oh, yeah, I know, it's a thought. Yeah, it's okay. No, the self-perception doesn't go away like that. There should be a moment without this self-perception for you to understand the non-self-perception. And this also you can misunderstand a lot. Because I can remember once, or some like long time ago, a young boy joined the Sinhala Zoom, the Wednesday Australian one, and was talking about how he has seen that in the concentration meditation. And he was having a really heated argument that he knows it. And it was so evident that his vibration was so high. But he didn't know that. He didn't know that. So what is this magic? If you really fully understand that there is this alive feel is not there when the stimuli is not taken for granted. Alive feel is a joke that it was the most precious thing in the world. That's why we are scared to die. I mean, not theoretically also we are scared to die, but actually why this system is reluctant to, even the worm is reluctant to die. Worm has no big mind. But still, even the worm is reluctant to die. There's urge for the coldness. There's urge for soft mud. Urge for alive feel. This is in the basic level. When there is consciousness, there is an urge to live. Can you feel this? Can you even try? So when you're touching the cup, your skin function is working. But because of the speed of that function, there's a life here. My God, if you get this, you're really good. It's a metaphor when I say that. It's really good because, you know, we have lived with how many years have you lived? Maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 40, or maybe 50. You may be 70, you may be 80, you may be 90, you may be still trying to understand. Why should I die? You know, there are people who try to live forever. I mean, even now, people are trying to understand, okay, my brain is dying. I want to put a chip in and continue to live. And there's people who are thinking, okay, I can't hear. I have to put a cochlear implant and just keep listening. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, nothing against that. What I'm trying to say is this urge to live. Do you know that's the most problematic thing in the world? Because you can't really, even though you have the urge, it doesn't necessarily mean that this system will continue to do so. But because when this system collapses, or when this system stops working, this sensory system, this vibration, which took the system for granted with the alive field, this self-vibration, which telepathize all the time when there is a sensory function, with the speed of the sensory function, it telepathize all the time, this self-vibration. So that's the ignorance. But this self-vibration, now there's so much power, it will definitely synchronize somewhere else or telepathize somewhere else. That's what the birth is. But that's the birth of that's actually just the change of the place of the self-vibration. But actual birth of humans is the birth of the mind, beginning of the mind, beginning of the perception of the chair, or perception of the mother, perception of the father, perception of doll, perception of the bat, whatever. Do you feel this? Have you ever thought about this consciousness? If you listen to podcasts, there are so much podcasts about the consciousness. And now even I saw a talk, I couldn't listen to that, so I can't comment on that, but I saw a thing saying all the quantum packets are conscious. Isn't that beauty? This is what Lord Buddha said. Now people are starting to say these things. There is consciousness out there. And when consciousness is there, the life field is there, the ignorance is there, samsaric journey is there, suffering is there. This is the suffering that people not talk about. People talk about various suffering, like I lost my baby, I'm so sad. Yeah, that's it. That's true. I I was I lost my parents. I'm so sad. I lost my leg. I'm wearing an artificial leg. I feel sad that I can't do things that I could do before. My vision is failing. I'm slowly going blind. I'm so sad that I can't see anymore. My hearing is getting poorer and poorer. My body is failing. It doesn't work even though I give the command. My leg is not working. My arms are not working. I can't get out of the bed. It's so difficult even though my mind says, go, run, do the things that you want to do. But the body refuses to do so. So you're sad. Slowly you are in a rage. You're angry with the reality. Why all this is happening? Why you are scared to die? Why this why people are scared about illnesses? Why people are scared about decay or the body slowly falling apart? Am I talking some sense? A young boy might say, haha, don't care. Yeah, actually, he might not care. It's okay, it's okay. You don't have to care. But what I'm trying to say is, even in the last moment, you would want to live. And that's the biggest blow in your life. When you want to live. Even if a person says, oh, I want to die, I don't want to live in this horrible world anymore. Death is better than living. If someone says that, it's due to the ignorance that they are thinking that the other side of the wall is better. This side of the wall is bad, other side of the wall is better. That's just a dream. Pure, complete, super happiness is here. I invite everyone. We are inviting people to enter the super happiness, not suffering, not suffer when you're going to die. No, we are actually asking everyone. There's super happiness out there. Well, even the billionaires, they are also trying very hard to keep the happiness. That's the trickiest thing in the world. Why are you doing this? If you ask, oh, that makes me happy. Then why are you doing this one? Oh, even that makes me happy. You know, it doesn't make me happy like the previous thing, but this is also making me happy. Okay, then why are you doing this? I know it is not that. It doesn't make me that much happy, but you know, the outcome makes me happy. You know, when you're doing a job, you don't really specifically feel happy, do you? No, but what makes you happy? Stability makes you happy. Money makes you happy. Knowing that the food is on the table makes you happy. Of course, that's okay. But understanding here that there was never a self is not easy, because everything is against that. Everything. The touch sensation is against that. The temperature sensation is against that. Vision is against that. Hearing is against that. Smell is against that. Taste is against that. Mind you, the emotions are completely against that. You love to have emotions. You know, I have patients coming and saying, I know I was sad before, but sometimes when you take some medication, I don't feel anything. I want to feel. Good on you. That's the real truth they are talking about. But it's a sadness or not, doesn't matter. I want to feel. It's scary when you don't feel. Wow. They are talking pure truth. But yes, that's the urge to feel. You don't want to become a zombie. You want to feel. But when one hears this Dhamma also, they might think, oh my God, then I might not feel. No, you will feel everything. Why? Because you are not there, you are going to feel everything. So don't worry about that. If you have a worry about that, drop it today. You're not going to become a zombie here. Well, actually, no one has asked me that question. That's a good one. You're not going to become a zombie here. You're going to feel everything. You're going to feel the taste much better than you tasted before. You're going to see things much better than you saw before, because your mind was racing when you saw something. There's so much thinking underneath that you didn't actually see it properly. You're going to see things clear, very beautiful. You're going to hear things very beautiful. You're going to smell things very beautiful. You're going to feel others also very beautiful. So don't worry about being a zombie, okay? Yeah. Because people take this Dhamma in several different angles, and they come to a conclusion, oh, I don't want to become an arahant, I want to feel everything. Oh, nothing is going to happen to you. It's just the suffering is not there. Isn't that beauty? And if you want to know real beauty, that's the beauty. Because beauty is in the eyes. Isn't that so? Everyone agrees that though. Yeah. Beauty is in the eyes. Mind you, it's all about the sensory functions. So the most difficult part is this mind sensor where you feel emotions. Why are you saying there is no self? I feel so happy. Yes, darling, that's a mind sensor. This is hard to swallow, isn't it? Yeah, this is hard to swallow. It's hard to swallow. So, but bear with us. Bear with us. Arahan say, has explained this Dhamma so beautifully, you will definitely come to super happiness. And you will wonder how that happened. Ajahn Wahanse has tuned to Lord Buddha's teaching so well. It's kind of equal. It's not a person. It's all about this Dhamma. It's all about this Dhamma. We are not promoting any person here. We are promoting Dhamma, the truth. We are promoting the truth because truth is going to help so much people out there who are close to, who has less vibrations, low vibrations, who are seeking the truth, who are looking into the life in a different angle. Who am I? Why I feel so much things? Why do I feel alive? Is that the whole truth out there? I have heard so much words, like in podcasts, several people out there would say consciousness is the basic thing, and we have to say it's not the basic thing. Non-vibration is the basic thing. So we urge everyone who stopped in the consciousness level, that's only speed of the sensory function. Come on. Because I have heard some venerables also, they stop there. They stop in arupa. They stop in the non-form world. They can't explain it further. They come to the perception level as well, but they can't explain the non-form world. They're stuck there. They think that is the final level. No, there's understanding there also. There's a truth there also. It's just the speed of the sensory function. Otherwise, you will keep liking the consciousness. You will try to maintain the consciousness. Your whole urge would be to maintain the happiness. Isn't that so? Okay, now go back to the basics again. Imagine someone is happy. Isn't there an urge to maintain the happiness? That is why we are struggling so hard. If you ask a billionaire why they are trying so hard still, if they are a billionaire, they must stop burning now. No, they don't. They have to maintain that. Because they're happy when they see that they are earning. They're happy with the success. They're happy with the fame. They're happy with the the social media power they have. Specifically, people get so blinded by the power they think that they have. Only on the deathbed, they are like, I had the power. What happened to my power? So they plan to go to the heaven then. It's okay. I mean, it's okay until you understand this Dhamma. Don't drop your all the dreams. But this, whose dream is this? That's all we are trying to say. It's okay to dream, but who is dreaming? That's a mirage. The self-perception is the biggest mirage in the world. In the deathbed, if you ask a millionaire, if you really can do a podcast on the deathbed, They will tell you, I was happy, I was happy, yeah. Are you happy now? Well, yeah, I'm happy, but I wish I had more time. There you are. You're just bluffing, isn't it? Yeah, just bluffing. No one wants to give up this, I feel. That's what the people coming to us and saying. I know I was sad before, but I don't feel any emotion now. I want to feel. It's okay to be sad in that sense. Wow, that's good. You realize that? Okay. It's okay to be sad then, because you want to feel. People are scared to not to feel. And that's why this Dhamma is also not popular, because they are scared they might not feel. Well, folks, that's wrong. You will feel everything. It's only the self-perception that is going to be not there. It was a question that Lord Buddha brought up. It says that Lord Buddha was asked, are you happy? What did I get to be happy? He answered, I didn't get anything. Are you sad then? Why should I be sad? Because the only thing that I lost was the idea that there's things and that I'm living. That's the only thing that lost. The thought of me, thought of I, thought of mine. The idea of existence and alive feel. That's all you lost. So you have super happiness. So don't be scared to know the truth, thinking you would become a zombie. No. That's a misconception, misunderstanding. Actually, it's something which came from concentration meditation. I blame it on that. Because when people go on doing the concentration meditation, they might come to a stage where you don't feel anything. This is not what we are trying to say. It's not what you're going to end up. You're going to feel everything, so don't worry. But you're not going to have a suffering inside. There's no burning inside. This is the most beautiful thing in the world. So I invite everyone out there searching for happiness. Come and see. Come and feel. If you are a billionaire and you still feel very unsettled inside, there's a truth out there you haven't touched. With all your money, you haven't touched this truth. You can believe in anything, but that's a thought. We are not talking even about thoughts. We are talking something far beneath that. We are talking about the consciousness. Who worries about the thoughts? You can keep thinking, like you can keep thinking, oh, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go here. I'm not going to get born again. I'm going to get born again in a good realm. I did these good deeds. I'm a good person. So sometimes I might say, oh, I'm not a good person, but who cares what happens after? Because I'm not the one who is going to feel it, someone else. So it's okay, someone else to feel it. You have to keep listening what they say. It's really interesting. But we are not talking about something after death. We are talking here and now. Being super happy. That will never go away even when you are sad. Imagine that. There's a sad situation. You are sad. But there is super happiness below that. Don't you think it's a challenge? It is a challenge. So I'm challenging everyone. Aran Vansi has done this challenge for now 5 to 6 years and is so beautiful. And he's our spiritual guidance. Lord Buddha is the spiritual guidance. Is it a person? No, it's the Dhamma, it's the truth. So there's a challenge now. Here and now, do you want to have the super happiness? Even if the world is falling apart, you're super happy. Even if the last moment has come, you're so calm and there's so much tranquility. You're ready for the last breath. So, searching for happiness had been the utmost target in the whole life of everyone, even a small child. They like to be felt, they like to be held, they like to be loved, they love good sounds. It's all about being happy. But people attribute this happiness to, seeing good things, hearing good things, feeling good things, thinking about good things. But actual super happiness is understanding that this system so understanding this whole scenario can be very daunting. Can be daunting. But don't take it too harsh on you. Take it easy. It will fall to you. Just go on listening and it will just fall to you. You will just realize that. So you can enjoy the sunrise. You can enjoy the sounds of the birds. You can enjoy the cool breeze in the morning. You can see how the trees are glowing in the sun. Yeah, nothing is changing. Everything will be very similar and you will feel it more than that. So that is the beauty of this Dhamma. That is the beauty of knowing this truth. Concentration meditation has changed some people to zombies. But they might say, in that particular moment, I was so happy. But what happened to that happiness now, if you ask? I have to go and sit down again and do the concentration meditation to feel that happiness. We are not talking about anything like that. This is about fully realizing the truth. And it is there all the time. But will there be someone getting attached to that? No. Slowly, this self vibration will go away. It will subside because the power is not there. Why the power is not there? Because power was there due to ignorance. So you didn't know that this was the case. You didn't know about the reality. You didn't know that the consciousness was just the speed of the sensory function. If you have an eye, you're definitely going to have the eye consciousness. Don't worry about it. If you have an ear, you're going to have an ear consciousness. So don't worry about it. It's just the speed of the ear function. If you have a skin and still there's activity there, the feel, the skin feel, temperature or touch, it's just a function of that speed of that function. That's why you feel it as a thing. Otherwise you won't. If you have the tongue, you feel a taste, but that's a function of the tongue. If you have a smell, the nose, you will sense a smell. That's the fast vibration of the sensory function of the nose. And that's all it was there. There's a mind. Yes, mind is formed slowly in a baby. Now the mind has taken over. If there's a mind has these functions like happy, sadness. Yeah, don't worry about them. It's just a function of the sensory function of the mind. If you kind of get this, it's really beautiful. If you feel this, that's more beautiful. Because you have to feel this too. Understanding this is so good. Understanding this is so good, but feeling this is much better. That's you kind of, there's nothing more to know. You can continue to work. You can continue to do things. You will feel everything. You will feel other people. You will feel the animals. You will feel the sun rising. You will feel the sun set. You will feel the environment much better than before because there's no burning. This burning is unnecessary. Can you hear me? Can you hear? This is an unnecessary part of the life. This burning is not needed for you to continue to live. It's like a bug. Bug is not needed for the computer system. Computer system can function without the bug. Likewise, this self-vibration, self-perception, self-view is not needed to continue to feel the world. The super happiness will be there when the burning is not there. So don't worry about becoming a zombie. This is not anything like that. When even people talk about this Dhamma, you have to be careful when you try to say, I don't feel anything. That's not what this is meant. You will feel everything. What you have to say is, your burning is not there like before. you can see the sun set with so much tranquility than before, because no one actually can be super happy while the self vibration is high. You can feel it coming lower and lower. You can feel that from beginning of the path. But you just have to understand this and feel this at least fraction of a second, that there was never a self here. This comes with the understanding of them only. You can't really do anything without, because there are people who have out of mind experiences without Dhamma, and it's useless. It's useless. Nothing happens to the self vibration, nothing happens to the self view, nothing happens to the self perception. With Dhamma, it's mainly with Dhamma, with the truth. So you have to understand the truth as well. So understand it and then feel it. So that's what we are trying to do every day. There's 24/7 Zoom discussion now, Zoom sermons now. There's a discussion at Sri Lankan time, 3 to 5. So this Zoom discussion would be a good thing if you can join and ask questions, because when someone wants to know, not for an argument, because this can't be argued about, because this is something you have to feel. But if you have a question, you're most welcome. Sri Lankan time, 3 to 5, and tune in for the discussion. We are holding it for 2 hours so that someone can join. If you get this clearly, you're going to be a person who feels everything much more than others without suffering. This is very important, because we can say some people are feelers, but they suffer. This is completely different. This is feeling everything without suffering. We know the life is short. We know the system can collapse at any time. We know there, like, the chance of any calamity is high, any problem. But if you know this truth, it's like a insurance for happiness. The tranquility that brings you is unshakable. Imagine you're caught in so much bad situation. Tranquility and the super happiness is there. Problem is also there, but this will not be shaken. That's why we invite you to come and see, come and feel, come and try to understand this, come and try to feel this, come and try to transcend the mind. Mind has so much stuff in it. We have taken everything for granted. Everything is real to us. So one can ask, what about the plan to go to Mars? Yeah, it's okay. Even if you go there, all you can do is see, hear, touch, smell, taste, and think. That's all you can do. Can you do anything bigger than that? People might try that actually, to try and attach another sensor. What do you think that will happen? It will just complicate the picture, that's all. You'll start to, if you are attached another sensory organ, like a radar or something, well, you're going to feel some other things that you haven't felt before. So what's the big deal? Yeah, you're just trapped in another sensory function as well, that's all. So this alive feel, we cherish the alive feel, that's okay. But the main understanding that you have to get here is this is all the function of the speed of the sensory function. That's all you have to know. There was never a self. You felt like that, that's okay. You felt like that. Now the field should turn. This can happen initially it can happen in just one thought, and it will continue to evolve. This absence of this alive feel, absence of the self-perception is what we call no self-perception. There's no new perception like that. It's the absence of the fire, absence of the burning. In a baby, there's potential for suffering. How does a fire happen? While flames appear on the top, base of the fire consists of material undergoing fire. We call it ginyanguru or coal or base. As the fuel is there, there's potential for fire everywhere. Fuel is the self-vibration. The self-vibration is there. There is potential for suffering. In any form, it doesn't matter. In any form. It can be through your eyes, it can be through your ears, it can be through your touch, through your taste, through your nose, smell. It can be through your thinking. Doesn't matter. It's suffering brought about by ignorance. Once you get rid of this suffering, by understanding fully the truth and realizing it and becoming that, you can feel everything. You will be the best feeler, you will be the best healer, you will be the happiest in the world. So don't worry about these myths about Buddhism, myths about concentration meditation, myths about becoming unfeeler or zombie. This is not such a Dhamma. You'll be the kindest ever. You'll be the happiest ever. You'll be the it's so much peaceful inside. This is unspeakable truth that we are talking about. There's nothing to hide in here. Nothing to actually. You're not trying to exaggerate here. We can't. We can't even compare ourselves with our spiritual teacher. We are still in the path, but still we feel the a bit of it, and we can see how beautiful the Arahant state. But even in the path, when you are completely worldly things are not going to really matter you. You're going to feel them, you're going to see them, you're going to do everything with them, but it doesn't bring you any suffering. It's beauty. It's something you have to feel. But in an Arahant, this complete fire, the chance of being born again to this suffering is not there. So you will be living, don't forget, you're not dying here. You will be living with so much super happiness, super tranquility, super awareness, with no self perception. You will have pain if you cut your skin, there will be pain. So don't get into myth of that you're not going to feel anything. You're going to feel everything. If there's knee pain, you're going to have the pain. If there is a headache, you're going to have the headache. If there's back pain, you're going to have the back pain. The bodily sensations are going to be there, but you're not suffering. That's the most important thing. Suffering. With the back pain also you're happy. With the excruciating cancer pain also you're happy. How beautiful is that? Do you not even want to try this? What is there to lose? You just try to understand this Dhamma. This is kind of science. This is the most beautiful science ever. So why you get scared? You can just study it and see. If it's not material for you, you can drop it. Who cares? But if you feel this, it is going to liberate you from suffering. Because people are looking out for happiness. They are earning money to be happy. They are doing things to be happy. They are going for hiking to be happy. They are camping for happiness. They are going to the forest for happiness. They are doing a lot of things for happiness. They are buying a jet to be happy. This, without achieving anything, being happy inside is magic. And we invite everyone to come and feel this. Come and try to understand this. Don't be afraid to explore this truth. If someone is out there, whether you are in Canada, whether you are in US, whether you are in Australia, whether you are in Africa, whether you are in Greenland, doesn't matter. If there is someone who is suffering and looking for an answer, there is an answer. It's Lord Buddha's answer there's an answer. It's not you something sit down and see. It's not something that you try to, not do stuff. That's not the point. This is something you understand about the reality of this consciousness, how this is unfolding. So we worship Aranwanse every day for his noble guidance. Thank you, Aranwanse. Thank you, everyone who is listening. I feel for you, I think you should feel this Dhamma and be happy. Thank you very much. And Triple Gem bless you all.
Good afternoon, everybody. Therwan Sana, sir. Therwan Sana, everybody. Let's continue with the book reading. The true Dhamma has awake. 1, Volume 2, page number 74. When you let go of thoughts, the attachment or the dislike towards thoughts begin to dissolve. This is called viragaya. Tatra tatra vipassati. The stanza above means letting go of each and every thought that you receive at that moment. Even though we talk about letting go of every thought, what we receive is a long string of thoughts. Whichever string of thoughts you receive at one time, let them go. You need to have a huge wisdom to let go of thoughts, and this does not happen all at once. To let go of thoughts, first you have to be aware of the thoughts that come to your mind. Second, you have to know that thoughts are akusal. Thoughts take you in a cycle of rebirth and death, samsara. Third, you have to know that right path to attain nirvana is when you develop an awareness not to get attached to thoughts that you receive. Fourth one, in other words, letting go of thoughts is a kusalaya, a skillful action that helps you go on the path. When you maintain awareness according to the 4 points given above, you automatically begin to increase your mindfulness and you begin to come to your base every moment. This practice of mindfulness will take you on the path to nirvana. When you maintain a steady mindfulness to analyze every thought that comes to your mind with awareness and wisdom, your practice of seeing every thought begins to improve. It is very important that you learn to see each thought that comes to your mind. It is necessary for the Vidarshana meditation, because if you learn to see a thought as soon as it comes to your mind, you will immediately be able to apply the truth to that thought and be aware that the thought does not exist outside, and know that it is only a thought. Terosana, everybody.
Shani, thank you for reading the 2 pages for us. I'm sorry I joined a bit late because I had a problem with my connection. So as usual, we all worship Aryan Mahanse, Thiruvan Saranai Aryan Mahanse, and we warmly welcome all of our Dhamma friends who have joined the Zoom discussion at this moment, and also our listeners via other means like YouTube. So this is our English Zoom discussion from 2:45 to 4 p.m. We have been discussing about the thoughts and the mind, and also the importance of understanding this process of thought formation and how the mind is working. And we briefly discussed about the types of meditations also. And we now know that the concentration meditation helps in some way to calm down the mind, but it doesn't actually help to complete the process of this full understanding. And we also talked about the mindfulness, and we mentioned that it is slightly different from what is generally practiced in the most of the Western world and also some other countries. So basically, in Buddhist teaching, what we have to try is to understand how these thoughts are formed, what is this process, and what is meant by the mind. And also, when you understand this process, we know that there is no owner to this process. There is a system functioning, and that understanding itself helps to sort of cool down or some form of calm down the agitation of these thoughts and the mind. So that is what it really means. That is what is it's necessary or the important, because we know that thoughts manipulate this physical body. So whatever we are doing as day-to-day functions, whatever we are talking, all are manipulations of the thoughts. Thought has a power. That is how it acts with this manipulating process. So I think I will invite Dr. Kokila and the other Dhamma friends to start the discussion. Theruwan Saranai.
Theruwan Saranai. We can start the discussion on any topic. Actually, I also joined a little bit late, like 1 minute late. So the book reading was, I think, about what was it roughly about? Mainly about the Pratipada, is it? The Pratipada or the...
Yeah, actually I missed the first part. I don't know whether Surangika was there or Shani. Will you be able to just tell us briefly? It's okay. I think we can start on a topic that maybe from a question, or we can start something discussion around those facts, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, mainly the Pratipada, I actually didn't hear that part. But anyway, when we talk about the 4 steps in the Pratipada that the R.N. Vahanse has introduced, it's actually this understanding mind again, which is no other different thing, which is understanding how this mind works. So we usually have we have chair, we have everything outside. Usually understanding that it's a perception here is kind of the first step, because the mind, if you dream about the chair, you just understand how do you feel that the chair is in the dream. It is the same chair that it is outside if you dream of the same chair. So how come you get that perception again? This is actually science as well, how these perceptions work. So we keep understanding that the outside is actually even though we projected it outside, there is definitely a projection, that's fine, that's normal. But even though it is projected as outside, it is actually a perception in the mind. And then the next step would be the understanding the perception of the chair or the sun or anything in that sense is actually, it's not actually real. It's formed from the vibrations of the collaboratory effect of or the collective effect of the 5 sensory organs. If there are no 5 sensory organs, there's no formation of a mind. So you can understand how even in, if you think about in scientific way, how the sound. So if we talk about the apple, which we have taken before, the apple sound, how these things, the picture, the color, the taste, the smell, this all there in the thought of the apple. So understanding how this system works is so beautiful. It is the most important thing is understanding the truth. So understand the science, basically, science of living or science of how we feel alive, or how this world of us is happening, how this film is being broadcasted, basically. So when we understand that it's just a vibration of the sensory perceptions, we go deep into the sensory perceptions. It's just an experience of vibration. What happens there is the fast vibration. Only that's the feel. Even the 6-week baby, which where there's no information yet, there's a feel. They don't know whether it is, whether it's a blue or the pink. They don't know whether it is, even good smell or the bad smell. They don't have any specific perception, but there is a feel. There's a vibration. So there's that power is coming from rapid vibration of the very speedy occurrence of the vibrations lead to feel the light. So when they vibrate together, when these sensory organs vibrate together, the thought or the chair, in that example, chair is there now. So after some time, we directly, repeatedly when the chair comes, we have so much ideas about the chair, so that comes as well. If you like the chair, you just get, you have that idea about that. So we have so much whims like this. The way you like things, like if you are in a tribe in the Amazon, what you like there, or what you get inspired by is different to like a city dweller who would be having a pattern of living. But the problem is because that this is all felt as happening here, and then the view has come that this is I am doing these things, I'm saying, then there are my way as well. So whatever the dream, whatever the environmental factors, whatever the cultural aspects, social aspects, so everything brings about my way, my things. You can put anything there actually. It can be my attitude, it can be my way of clothing or my way of living. So these things keep increasingly, like you get used to that and it becomes you, basically. So if you really question who am I, there's a problem when where you keep researching about who am I, you can't find you. So then actually you keep understanding this is the power that we have, because if you say my body, it implies anyway that the body is not you because it's my body. Then how can't if it's something mine, my bottle, definitely it doesn't imply that it is you. But then we keep saying it's my eye, my body, my leg. So we keep understanding that it's not that. Then body can't bear me. Then what is you? Then you automatically goes to the thinking process. Maybe thinking process is mine. But then we say again, my thoughts, the thinking process, if the thinking process is me, whether we have some power over that, we don't. It works on its own. Even if it doesn't want that to work, it keeps working. So, and then we understand that there is a power though, there is a field that we are alive even though these things are me. So then we understand by Dhamma, the truth, that actually this misunderstanding or the understanding of self is a misconception, where it is because there is a power here, we have actually got the view that there is a self here. So that's how it happened. Yes, Joel, do you have a question?
Yes, doctor. Day before yesterday, you mentioned flow like a water kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain how it works with Dhamma? Flowing like a water, that life has to flow like you live as like you're flowing like a water. You have to just go on. How does it work, doctor?
Well, you can look at that. That's like a sentence. When we use that sentence, we can look at it from a different angles. Yes, but we look at it from the no self angle. When we look at it from the no self angle, because there can be self angle as well. When you look at it from the no self angle, when there is no self here, in the sense there's no additional power here.
It's a field, no?
It's a failure.
Yeah.
Yes, Aravans.
It's not a thoughts. Non-soul. Non-soul Dhamma is the Buddha's explain. It's a field. We can experience it. So why we are understanding the truth? Because internal transformation is happening. It's nobody doing. No, it's a happen. It's automatically happen. You can experience it. You can't do that because who is doing? Somebody is there. No? There is no non-soul Dhamma. Buddha is doing, he is there. No? How is talking about non-soul? That is why. It's experience. We are understanding the truth. What is the truth? How is creating the lights? How is creating the sounds? How is creating the smell? How is creating the taste? How is these senses are creating? How these senses are created? This sense creations is your everything. You haven't experienced without sensing. That's it's normally guys, they are in the world. What is this world? Their own senses systematically. So it's a creating. The effort is your senses. Your senses given this lights, this type of 7 color lights. Your eye creation, eye is a sensor, and your sound, your ear creation is a sound also. Otherwise, your taste, smell creation, your nose is like a factory. It's a product. Your nose is a sensor. Yeah, it's a product. There's a process is there. It's a creating. Important this understanding is realizing very important. You know this the final what is the final one? You see the eye creating sound is the eye creating the picture is the product is okay. Is a ear creating is the sound is the product. The nose is creating the product. The effort is your systematically it's happening. Nobody's doing smell. It's a mouth also. It's a tongue given you to taste spicy. Otherwise, your body sensor creating is your feeling. It's hot and cool, smooth and rough. This 5 sensor, one time is this present moment is okay. One time is okay. What you are looking is a chair. What is the sound is here? What is the pitch eye creating? What is sound eye ear creating? What is this smell and the taste and the body creating? These 5 sensor creating one time. What is the sound? What is the picture? That's why. That's together combining these 5 sensor creating. The effort is a thought. It's a thought. It's a sixth one. The mind sensor. Mind sensor is this 5 sensor creating together. This effort is a thought. It's a mind sensor. It's a spark. It's a one spark. What is this example? Is the chair. Chair have picture. Chair have sound. Chair have smell. Smooth and rough. This your senses given you to eye given to picture, ear given sound, and body sensor given the smooth and rough. You see, the kindergarten time. What's the teacher doing? Teacher given this picture and given sound, and you can touch. Yeah, that's a child. Child is a thought. That's a thinking word, the mindful word. That's why Buddha's word is there. Chittena niyati loko chittena paras. The meaning is you are living on your sensor, within your sensor. You are living, what is this word? Is your sensor given this word. That's why cause and effect. Dhamma, cause is the sensor, effect is together. No, together coming, the effort is the mind sensor. The five senses together coming, mind sensor is the effort. Otherwise, especially the thought, how is coming the power is very important. That is why science is here inside. It's a mechanism. The speedily sparking happening, that's the mechanism is I creating the light. Otherwise, speedily sparking is a vibration. Eardrum like that. Is your ear creating your new to sound. You know, this one spark have the power. Because different in somewhere, the power is there. It's the Buddha's word otherwise. Sutra. Yoban Tevi Ditwana Majamantana Lipati Tambruhi Mahapurusho say the symbol. It's a part, it's a Buddha's word. What the meaning is that the power somewhere different in power is there. That is why spark is meaning is different and is there. Spark. You know, that's the power is there. The example is something drop in the water, waves are there. How is waves are going? The power is there. That is that's why is waves is happening. That's something drop in the water. That's a spark. No, that's why power is coming. That is why different in somewhere. There's a power is there. North and south like that. There's a earth also. Like that, magnetic, no? Magnetic power like that, different is there. Electric power also, you know, that's the, how is coming electric power? It's a rotating in the different ends, no? A huge magnet rotating, no? Especially this power. Why we are talking this power? You see this existent field. How is thought coming to power? No. You are looking the chair. You have field. Chair is existent field. Chair is there. How is that coming? That is why we are talking about power is there. Because something there, other side is someone is there. The existent field is there, alive field is other side. That is why. Very important this understand. What is this alive field? How is alive field is coming? Nobody is doing. No one is doing. That's a Tripitaka is there. That's a Sela Sutra. It's talking about this. You also not doing. Nobody is doing. Systematically is happening. What is? Power is there. Existent field is there. Otherwise, alive field also there. So how is alive field? How is coming existent field? Where's what is existent field? It's a chair. That is why. There's a power is there. You know, there's a power. After that, kindergarten time is happening this. It's the Buddha's word. Your eye is the word. Your nose is the word. Your ear is the word. Ear given you to sound word. No, I given this picture word. This sensor given you to this word. Your senses not working. You haven't a sound word because you are deaf. Your eye not working. You are blind. No, you can't see. So like that. This word is our senses. That is Buddha's word. Otherwise, Salata Loko Loko. This senses is your word. That's the meaning. This senses not working, you have a word. That's why. You also not there. Other side is world is you. It's very important. So, someone understood this. What happened? What is we are talking about internal transformation? Power is disappearing because you know this is not real. It's a thinking world. It's not real. After power is fading. That's why defilements are fading. We are talking. That's a Buddha's word. That's the Buddha. But what Buddha want to do? End in the suffering, end in the sadness. It's happening. No. How is this happening? Because you know the truth. Easy, no? Yeah. Dhamma is very easy. Truth is to be feel. Yeah. Truth is not to understand. Truth is to be feel, but truth won't understand. No. First, you won't understand. Second, you can feel it. Feel is the truth. No. Feel is the truth. Knowledge is not the knowledge is knowledge is in your mind. Yeah, knowledge only in the mind. It's not truth. Knowledge can be changing. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Lord Buddha, yeah, what should Lord Buddha want to do? How is liberate the mind? No? That's why it's very important. Yeah. How to awaken? Yeah, how to awaken this dream? Yeah, yeah. How to feel beyond the sensor? It's very important. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Otherwise, this is a freedom now. How after that is a tranquility. No, it's a peaceful mind. It's coming final. No. Yes, because someone understood the truth. He have a cage because no ego is there. He also not anywhere. Everything is like a nature because he know nobody is here. This is a system. It's a creating. It's very important this understand. That is why inside meditation is not a concentration meditation. Inside meditation is understanding one. That is why dependent origination very important to understand. First Dhamma discourses, Buddha's one is Dhamma Chakrapavatana Sutra, Satripitaka is there. You can realize Buddha's word. What is the Dhamma? Dependent origination. What is never heard before Dhamma? What's Buddha explained, the 5 teachers? It's not concentration matter because 5 teachers already know that. This important thing is experience. I think someone won't find the truth. He's doing concentration meditation. It's okay because he won't experience. After he know this concentration meditation is not the way. Yeah, it's okay, calm and cool. It's calming, but it's not permanent. It's impermanent. Your posture is leg cross sitting, and you are doing exhale and inhale, and you are doing concentration meditation. At that time, it's okay. But after you are wake up in the bhavana, what happens? You are in the normal life. You are in the normal life. There's the defilements. Defilements are not gone. Defilement is there. How is defilements are fading? How is defilements? Oh, you won't stop in the defilements. How is that happening? Understanding. Understand is the very important. But you don't misunderstood. You don't misunderstand because understand only this process someone want first you got to understand, but it's not the final. Final one is the feel. What's the feel? You are understanding how is this mind is creating, how is this alive feel is coming. After you can experience your inside, is ego is fading. Defilements are fading, same this. That's why your inside coming tranquility is peaceful mind, calm and cool. Because nobody is here, you understand after what's happened is okay. You haven't any inside any pain, inside any vibration, not happening. That's why finally you have cool mind. Mind is normally is happening. It's okay. Thoughts are normally coming. You can't stop it. But thought power is disappearing. That's the happening. Understand now. It's very important. That's why inside meditation is understanding. But not enough understanding. You won't experience. Satyajnana is the truth. Is here. You will understand how is creating this. How is creating these senses? How is coming the life feel? How his thoughts are coming? Right vision is very important. After you can experience it. That's the Krutya. Buddha's word is Krutya Jnana. Second one. You can experience it. Nobody here. Everything is happening systematically. After third one is, that's the effort. Tranquility. It's very important this one. Joel, no? Joel. Yes, Joel, do you understand what I said? This experience is important.
Yes, Aryan. Thank you. I want to feel it more.
Joel, you are Christian, no? It's okay, it's no problem. This Christian or Hindu or Muslim or yeah, it's It's a religion, it's okay. This is not a religion. This is Joel. Joel, Joel. Now I think you understand. Joel, what's your really problem? What's your really question? Your internal, what is your experience?
My experience is like these days, I am really calm and cool with myself because before listening to them, I was like getting angry for certain things and getting mad. But after following this, I think
Yes, okay.
uh, I have,
You're talking about Joel angry.
yeah,
How long you are here in this Dhamma?
for I think 1 week.
1 week. Last week or no?
One and
Couple
a
of
half weeks I've been here. Yeah.
it's okay. What you are finding? You are finding truth. What you want?
I
Yeah.
mean, like that, you know, just to come out of the mind and live out of the mind without
Come
getting
out,
stuck in the mind.
come out of the mind and what are you talking? Come out of the mind and
Come
yeah.
out of the mind and come
Yeah.
out of the senses and live in that, nice feeling, peaceful feeling.
No, Joel. We are not talking about like that. We are talking liberation of mind. No. Who is come out of the mind? Nobody is here. No. System is working. No. Do you understand what I say? We are explaining. Nobody is here. System is working. Liberation of mind. Freedom of mind. Nobody is come out of the mind because nobody is here. That is the Buddha's explaining. None of them. System is working, nobody is doing. Minds is also systematically happening. You see, someone concentration meditation is doing. He won't without the thoughts, but it's not. He can't stop that because it's happening. No, do you understand what I say?
Yes, Aryan.
Yeah, that is why. Otherwise, what is this? What I think is what is Christians? I think it's a Jesus. Uh, who's the Father? Who's the Son? Father is a nature, no? Son is a. We are the Son, no? That's a real Christian. No? Father is a nature. Who's the Son? Son is a. Everybody is a Son, no? Because Father is a nature. System is a nature. System is a nature. System is a Father. Who's the Son? Son is everybody's Son. Yeah, who's after give after death? Someone happened death. After where's going? It's a nature now. That's why we are going to Father. So why we is a Christians are is a doing Papachar is a birdie singer word is Papachar. Is a opening the everything everybody because inside everything is opening the no secret any inside. That's why nobody is here. That's why it's opening the everything. It's okay. Ego is disappearing. After no powers the thoughts. After what happened, that's the nature clause. That's why coming to the Father. That's a real Christian. No, nobody is doing this. Systematically is happening. But Jesus, no Jesus. It's a beginning. He's a endeavor, no? What's the word? He's coming to Himal. So 14 years age, I think. That's the concentration doing. After going back and he's talking about the truth. What's the truth? Because we are the son. The father is He's the father. Who's the father? Father is the nature. That's why we are the sons. So otherwise, loving, talking about Jesus. What is the loving? Jesus talking about the loving.
where you started. So how this Dhamma, the truth, actually understanding the truth is so imperative, so important that there wasn't a self at all here. And then how we are seeking is due to this power. We seek every moment. We seek even the feel, we seek the feel. We seek the dream. We can like chair, we can like money, we can like the job, we can like the kids, we can like the family. We can even kill for anything, like, for an example. So it can go to that extreme, but
Okay, I won't say people
yes,
won't enjoy because it's a mind, it's a consciousness. It's a
yes,
mind consciousness. It's a consciousness won't existent. Consciousness meaning is existent. The
yes,
consciousness can't understand this stuff because it's a mind, it's a consciousness. This eye consciousness and the ear consciousness together coming, that's a mind consciousness. Consciousness meaning is perception, how becoming the consciousness is the power. That's why
100%.
what every thoughts, how we are using the thoughts with the power. The chair is there, something there. But what is Dhamma? How is chair is coming? Someone know. No power is there. So no consciousness power is there. That is why Anidasana Vinyana. Vinyana, we are talking about the consciousness. Anidasana Vinyana, consciousness have the power. Power is disappearing, consciousness normally going. That's why. The experience is very important. What is this experience? Practically, experience is nobody's here. That's a tranquility. Tranquility is the experience, effort. Person effort, Dhamma effort is a tranquility. Tranquility, no, the feel is non-soul feeling. System is happening, you can see, you can hear, you can smell, you can taste, everything is happening. Nobody's there. Because no any value. Stimulus are normally happening, but value is not there.
Yes,
It's very important because very important is this is the truth is very rare. It's not a common because no it's a experience. It's an internal transformation happening. Nobody is doing this. It's not a common. This Dhamma is not a common. It's not a rally. It's not common. It's very very rare. This Dhamma is not easy to understand because people how understand this because people want something to they want something. No, everybody wants something because it's the mind. Mind want another step. Oh, that is why people thinking after death they are going heaven or anywhere. But someone understood this truth. What is death? Death is only that. So no. So okay, now our time is gone. No, we have 5 minutes. Joel, what do you think about non-soul? Nobody say that's the experience. That's the Buddha's explaining. That's the real Buddhist philosophy. It's a different. What is the different origination? Nobody is here. It's a thought. How his thoughts are coming. How his thoughts power is coming. How finally none alive field is here. None alive field. That's right. Nisatto Nijyo Sunya. The Buddha's word is yeah. Netam mama. Neso hamas venameso atta. Netam mama. Who am I? Nobody is here. Netam mama. Nobody is here. Neso hamas. Nothing. So what's outside is real? No, it's not real. So, Neta mama neso hamas. You haven't anything because you are also not here. Everything is not real. That's why everything is raw thoughts. That's why Neta Mama, Neso Nameswata. That's why life is disappearing. Nibbana is there. It's a tranquility. That's the truth.
And that tranquility will be there.
Yeah, tranquility is there.
Whatever the circumstances of the life, because the life actually flows like kind of things will be happening because you have the five senses and the breathing is happening. There will be something happening every day, but this won't change. So the feeling, this feeling is not going to change by whatever the experience. Experience is there, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just flows. That was actually the answer to that question also. It just has to be felt. That was our answer to that. Just has to be felt. I think Joel can feel that because Joel is actually into this some or other, because he's getting more than just happiness, just not getting angry or just not getting irritated or just not getting anxious. That's not the target here. This is
Yeah.
something permanent.
No target here, nobody is here. So the experience is we want so we want to see our ego. Someone don't know he have a ego. He don't know how is talking about the nibbana. Ego is disappearing is the nibbana. Everybody have ego. Ego is fading. That's the nibbana. That's nibbana. Firing is fading. What's the firing? Is ego. Ego is fading. Is the nibbana. Nothing here any nibbana. Nibbana only the word. We are using this word. Fade in the defilements. Fade in the our ego. That's a nibbana experience. Nibbana is nothing, anything. You see, the material Patavi Apo Tejo also vibration, no? That's why the light also waves, no? Sound also waves, no? Heat also waves, no? Hot also waves, no? Everything is waves. The meaning is vibrations, sparking, speed. Speed is a sankara. Is a theory. That's the Dhamma. What is Dhamma? Is for this. How is life really coming on? Who are you? How is this word that someone understood? Everything is this spark. How much you have value? How much you have? How much you have how much you want this word? You have word. How much you want this word? That's your ego. That's your level of ego because you are there. So your eye given you to a mountain, no sun, no moon, everything is your eye creating. And something happened to your eye, is you are blind, no? You think you are first time this world is coming, what's the date? That at that day also you are blind. Have you sun or moon? Have you earth? Have you galaxy? How silly. You know, insect have the world. Insect haven't the Jupiter anywhere.
Okay, I
Anything.
found this on the web, but do you know how the world? Check it out.
What's that? Circus system is coming. He's a AI, I think. It's okay. It's unbelievable, no? This Dham is unbelievable. I know this many guys who were other religion have question because they are talking about they are in somewhere galaxy or universe or somewhere, but this Dham is not that one. That is why we are not talking about the religion. Religion is why they are talking about religion, because they are going after death somewhere. But this Dhamma is nobody is here. Who's going? This is not a religion. This is truth.
And after feeling this truth also, you can go to the church, you can light the candles, and you will be with your family, you will be doing everything, and there you are. You're not you. You just do that. The function of the system. That's fine.
Oh, otherwise, so we are thinking this this body is me. We are thinking. Death also thoughts. Birth also thought. So only the happening exhale and inhale is system. Nobody is here. What do you think about God?
Yes.
Who have death? Who have birth? No death or birth is here. That is why liberation of the mind. Everything is. You have freedom. You are not in anywhere. That's a real freedom. Everybody is you otherwise. Because you are not in here. Everybody is you. That is why Asal was into Premakaram. Is a Christian. Jesus are talking. Jesus, I love in Jesus. Why? I know he's a Buddha guy. Why? He's not a religion. He know the truth. Why killing the Jesus? Because he is talking about the real one. But after writing the book, it's not a Jesus one. Real Jesus is truth. He knows nature is everything. Nobody is here. No one is here. That is why he is talking of loving kindness is because nobody is here, everybody is him. That is the real. That's the Buddha's word, no. It's the same, no. It's a real. Really, no religion is here. Truth is the everything. I can explain Quran also. I can explain the Hindus also. What is the Brahman? Brahman made this word. Brahman is squirrel, no? Spring. Spring is the Brahman. It's a speed. Spring rotating speed is happening. That's the earth is coming. That's the material also coming. That's the waves, no? Is a Hindus are talking about Brahman. Yeah, it's a Brahman is the made this world. What is the Brahman? It's a nature, no? Who's the God? Who's the Father? It's a nature, no? What is religion? Every religion is fail. One is happening. Is everything is a system. You won't understand the system. What is the system? It's a nature. Is the everything. Nobody is here. No one is here. You won't understand how is coming thoughts. What's your thoughts? It's not real. It's not a Jesu. It's not a Brahman. No, it's not anybody. It's a system. That's the word of real. That is why Buddha talking, nobody is here. I said Dhamma, someone understood the Dhamma, he knows everything. Dhamma is the first. No? That's a Buddha's word, no, Kokila?
Yes.
No, Buddha is not a person. That is why. It's after
even that can be
becoming
misunderstood. Yeah.
After becoming a Buddha, Upaka asking the question, who are you? Buddha talking about, I'm not a person. Nobody is here. That is why. I'm not a god. Hey, Upaka asking, are you a god? No, I'm not a god. Are you a person? No, I'm not a person. Are you human? No, I'm not a human. Are you a Brahman? No, I'm not a Brahman. Who are you? Nobody is here. That's the Buddha. Buddha is nobody's here. Meaning is, Buddha word is, meaning is nobody's here. Jay, that's the real Dham. It's not a religion. I don't know. People in misunderstanding, people in misconception. I don't caring about it. Because I want the truth. I don't want any religion or anything. I want truth. I want telling that this